Hello ladies and gentlemen of StarCraft Nation, Zoy here from the Starcraftsquad, bringing you Game 1 from MLG Columbus, the group play round 1. We have VTmrbitter spawning in the bottom left as the red Zerg, and in the top right we have NurseJoy as the green Protoss. So we have a ZVP here, and yeah, it's gonna be awesome. VTmrbitter, Mr. Bitter, known for his stream. Really well known for it, and interesting choice here. A lot of Zergs don't like the early scout against Protoss, but Mr. Bitter being very cautious here. You never know what you're going to experience in the open bracket. You don't know who this NurseJoy is. You don't know what you could be expecting. He could be cannon rushing, so you want to figure out what's going on in your opponent's mind. So this early scout is very safe. You got to play safe in this open bracket. Now, Mr. Bitter, known for his stream, 12 weeks with the pros. Started doing Terran and Protoss ones, which I thought was cool because I'm a Terran player, not a Zerg player, but he's very good at Zerg. Not one of the best players in the world, but hopefully, one day he'll be up there. He takes the game seriously. He buys coaching from the best of the best. Scouting, sees the gateway, knows nothing cheesy is going on, so it's going to be a very standard game, and it's going to be fun. I like Mr. Bitter a lot. I did an interview with him as well. So the last game I casted was VT Poke Bunny versus Furnace. So if you want to watch those, I did an interview with him too, so you can watch that interview too. But I did an interview with Mr. Bitter, and he's a really nice guy. If you ever watch any of his videos, his interviews and stuff, he's a great guy. So you should watch that interview. It was one of my favorite ones, to be honest. Mr. Bitter's really cool. Income tab shows 16 to 16, so both players producing the harvesters they need. NurseJoy actually not producing any harvesters right now, wasting chrono boost, getting an early second gas. This is the best part about the open bracket. You get to see the greats such as Mr. Bitter, VTmrbitter, take down NurseJoy. He has cut harvesters for such a long time. He's got 2 gas going. Just now getting 3 people in that 1 gas. He's still not producing harvesters. What are you doing? 3 guys in gas now for NurseJoy, so we're finally getting that harvest production continuing. Mr. Bitter expanding, his pull is done, so we're getting a gases expand here from Mr. Bitter. Pretty standard nowadays. I really don't like doing it against Protoss myself when I'm playing Zerg. I feel that speed is so good. So Mr. Bitter not able to get out. Probably could have done the mineral bug trick where you can go through units. That's fine. Moving over here with his Overlord, I'm going to use that to scout eventually. Income tab shows 17 to 17. Finally getting an extractor from Mr. Bitter. Like I said, I don't like these gases expands, but that's fine. I prefer speed myself, but there's so many different styles to play this game, and they all work. So, well, not all work, but for the most part, they work. Drone scouting the expansion, or probe scouting the expansion, building a queen here. Drone transfer come down. Mr. Bitter pulling a lot of drones there. Still not mining gas. Now his main is less saturated than his natural, but he wants those drones there in case he gets attacked. He's getting 1 spine collar preemptively. You never know what you're going to see. This guy just not getting his first sentry, so he's going to finally be able to ward off this annoyingly. So you never know what you're going to see, guys. You have to play this so cautiously. That is why Naniwal and MLG Dallas went, what was it, like 26-0 through the open bracket or something like that, because when you're playing these people, you don't know who you're going to fight. You don't know if you're going to fight a Combat X or in Control. You don't know what their playstyle could be, because some of these players, they're not all necessarily going to be bad. You could fight some high Master League players. I plan on going to MLG Anaheim. I would probably lose to Mr. Bitter, but I would put up a good fight, and you don't have a clue. Like, he does not see NurseJoy's ladder rating. All he sees is NurseJoy, so he has to be prepared for anything. You have to play this extremely safe, which can be a pain. You don't know what's going to happen, and it's the worst feeling in the world probably if you get eliminated by a no-name. So income tab shows 30 to 21. We're getting a forge here for NurseJoy, so it looks like we're getting a 2-gate or 3-gate expand here. Pretty standard, but this is why I like to do the speedlings. You get 18 speedlings. You can apply pressure right now. We go to the units tab. We don't have any lings on the field at all for Mr. Bitter. Right now he could be crushing this when it only had 2 sentries if he had those speedlings out. So I think that's, you know, kind of a weird thing for Mr. Bitter. I haven't seen this style of Zerg play where you don't get any lings. Maybe he does know how bad his opponent is. So right now we have plenty of sentries out. We're getting that photon cannon. Second pylon going down. We have plenty of cannons here. Zealot here about to go down. Speedlings are out. 4 of them. He is going to go down. This one needs to be careful, because if we take it out, 3 lings coming over here. Go see this Zealot is. So that's probably going to ward it off. The short probably won't want to run away. Ling going down for Mr. Bitter. We're going to be doing a little bit of scouting here, seeing what's going on. Going to see the cannon, going to see the expand, going to see the sentries, and we're going to know what is up. +1 being chrono boosted. Income tab shows, guys, 42 to 24. So this no Ling build that Mr. Bitter is doing, there's really no real threat of an attack anytime soon, and the economy of Mr. Bitter is so huge right now compared to his opponent. 44 to 25. That is an immense lead. Mr. Bitter about to get this Overlord attacked by sentries. I don't know why he warped in 2 more sentries. He's already got so many. But Mr. Bitter looking great. 51 to 26. He's getting Burrow. He's already preemptively getting those Roach upgrades he needs. Getting the Glow Reconstitution, which is the Roach speed. He's getting that +1 missile attack. We are warping this guy into an Overseer. Going to be able to go scout. Going to be able to do some contaminates. Standard Zerg play. Getting that macro hatch down. It's really difficult to take a 3rd here. Actually, no. We're getting a macro hatch and a 3rd. Mr. Bitter is expanding over here. Food count is 70 to 48. Pretty huge lead this early on when there's no engagements at all. Only thing that we've lost. Let's go to the units lost tab. 2 units for the Protoss, 5 for the Zerg. So not really many units lost. So this much of a food lead this early on shows Mr. Bitter is out macroing his opponent extremely. We're also getting an infestation pit, so Mr. Bitter is just, you know, going, what's up? You suck. I'm gonna crush you very, very soon. And we're getting ready to take the gold, so he's, you know, just saying, screw it. I'm gonna be taking my 4th as well as my 3rd, while taking a macro hatch. Income tabs 49 to 33, so our Protoss players finally starting to produce those units. But, you know, let's go to the army tab. Or units tab, my bad. 8 sentries, 5 zealots. That is all the Protoss players have. Protoss player has. We have 16 roaches. Right now, Mr. Bitter could crush the Zerg player, Protoss player, right now without an engagement. We're finally getting that Robo Bay down for the Protoss player. Expansion's done over here. Getting gas at his natural now. 3rd is finished. Pylon going down over here. Mr. Bitter does see that though, so he will react by sending over his roaches and killing it. Probe going down, so we won't be able to do anything else with it. We're getting pathogen glands for our infestors. Awesome. Expanding to the gold. Mr. Bitter, look how well he's taking this map, man. He's got this Overlord spread. He's got Lings in position. He's spreading creep, making sure he knows exactly what his opponent's doing, and no, not going to be caught off guard. He's got his Overseer that he's been scouting with. He knows there's no Twilight Council. Mr. Bitter seeing that there's no 3rd, which is extremely surprising. You know, you don't know what's going on, and you haven't been attacked once by Protoss. You have no idea. You had to assume he's playing some macro game. When you see that you're on 3 bases, about to be 4, possibly a 5th very soon, you got to be quite happy. So a little bit of a probe run in here, and it gets annihilated by everything here. Income tab shows 65 to 35, guys. That is immense. That is immense. Oh, I guess it wasn't a probe run. I guess he warped in some units here, sent them over. Didn't really do much damage. I mean, look at the food count. 140 to 88. Income tab 76 to 38. You know, Mr. Bitter is saying, okay, you are a bad player. I am going to crush you. And that is what he's going to do. Gas finish over here for Mr. Bitter. He's not really mining it yet. Gold's finished as well. Getting the Queen over here. Drone transfer. Upgrades, only one missile attack. We're getting one carapace now. I'd like to see more upgrades from Mr. Bitter, but right now he's just so comfortable right now. He's got his Overseer, he's scouting, still Seasonal Twilight Council. Go to Units tab, 1 Immortal, 4 Zealots, 9 Stalkers, 13 Sentries, versus 28 Roaches, 2 Lings, and 2 Infestors. Mr. Bitter doing great. Right now, Harvester count, 73 to 39. Hugely. We're finally getting that Twilight Council for the Protoss player. He wants to get those upgrades going. Wants to get probably Dark Templar, do some harassment. Mr. Bitter throwing down Spore Crawlers at each of his expansion with the Spine to hold off any silly Dark Templar harassment. Overlord scouts this pylon, sending over his army to take it out. Got the Roaches on the way just to stop it. I'd like to see a couple more Infestors. Oh, there we go. We have 4 Infestors now. So the 2 from earlier. So we'll be able to get some nice fungal growths off. And I really don't see this ending well for our public. So Mr. Bitter sees with the Overseer, catching these sentries off guard, the Stalkers. Fungal growth going down, so all these units are going to die, and every unit is needed for NurseJoy. Food count, wow, it's maxed Mr. Bitter versus a NurseJoy whose food count is 105. Mr. Bitter is telling this guy, you are god-awful. You suck, and I am going to crush you whenever I attack. Income tab, 8638. Mr. Bitter, you don't need to build any more drones. You are good. Getting that hive tech, getting that spire, getting Hydra Den. He's just going to be able to build everything. Distracting his opponent with that attack, and then pushing the back. Pushing the front as well. And this is just going to be disgusting to watch. Decent force fields here, but fungal growths are just going to eat these guys alive, and we're just going to be able to overwhelm our opponent. Like to see more fungals going down. Roaches flanking. NurseJoy GG's after a very one-sided game. Very passive game as well. But yeah, Mr. Bitter showing him, you know, you don't mess with the Bourbon Cowboy. So, let's go into game 2, guys. Hopefully it's a little more entertaining, because I believe I yawned once during that cast. Very unprofessional. But, going into game 2, see you guys there.